If you still have a time to make up your mind. If you don't want to be here, we have 3 other rooms you can be there. Any kind of talking or laughing or anything, then you don't belong here, guys. Feel free. You have 1 full day to go wherever you wish to. We start with our first presentation.
Good morning, teachers and fellow students. I would first like to ask Bijal ma'am a question. What if, ma'am, tomorrow morning your father goes to a temple and on returning way back home, he catches a old friend of his and he starts talking with him, and it gets late for him to reach home.
I would like to ask question to Jabji sir. What if your sister was returning home from a late night party and her phone was dead? Then how would you contact her?
This is a question for Mr. Nirman Dave to imagine what if you're stuck in a conference and back home your mom is worried. She's trying to call many a times but there's no response. What would you do in such a situation?
A question to Sujata ma'am. Ma'am, what if your son has gone on a trekking trip and you don't want to disturb him by calling him and you are worried about his whereabouts? What would you do?
My question is to Caroli ma'am. What if you and your friends are out for a shopping and you see a bunch of guys following you everywhere you go?
We now begin with the presentation.
By the way, where is Parag?
He was supposed to be here. Yeah.
He has that device. Let's find him. Yeah.
Oh, here I found him.
Yeah, where were you?
Has the presentation started?
Yeah.
Okay, so judges, we now present you. Mommy, I'm here. Well, it's like having to say that I'm not lost anymore. Or maybe in my cases, it's having to say that I'm not happily lost anymore.
The social cause for which we design our product is that, for example, you left your child at the kindergarten. At the departure time, you couldn't find him. You find that here and there. You ask the teachers, you ask the administration, but still you cannot find. What would you do in that case?
So here as a solution, we have our product.
Our product basically comprises of 4 main features, tracking being the first and foremost feature of our device. Maybe you could just insert a SIM card in our tracking device and it could send you locations via Google Maps link. You just have to click on that link to get your location of the loved ones. SOS. We have kept this security button as a special feature. If you press the SOS button, it will start sending you alerts at regular time set intervals till the caller confirms that the person is safe. Memory card. We just tried to figure out that connections in India are not as strong as they are in other countries. So what if there is no mobile network when somebody wants to know the location? So memory card, well, it kinds of saves the location, and when the network comes back, it sends back to the caller. Microphone. When we say we have a utility called microphone and device, we really mean it. If you press the mic button on our device, it will start getting the recordings of all the conversations of our device and the caller can directly hear it.
Now we come to the pricing strategy element of our product. I will basically cover these 3 pricing strategies. The first one is cost plus pricing strategy. This type of pricing strategy basically consists when the price of the product is set, keeping in mind the amount of margin the amount of profit margin in relation to the product's unit cost. The second is the psychological pricing. This pricing strategy mainly revolves around the consumer's emotional impact. Consumers often tend to think of odd prices as significantly lower than those which are a 0.5 higher than them. For instance, consumers would tend to buy products priced at 199 or 499 rather than products priced at 200 or 500. And the third is value-based pricing. This pricing strategy comprises of prices being set keeping in consideration the benefits that the consumers are availing from the product. And our pricing strategy is a blend of all these three types of pricing strategies. We have inculcated the profit margin, we have not even neglected the consumer psychology, and we have also kept in mind the benefits that we are providing to the consumers.
Targeted customers. Infants, mostly if you left your child at the kindergarten school and if you reach late while picking him up, he might have got lost. So you can easily track him by using our device. And old age people, if your grandparents have gone out for a walk or something like that, and usually they don't carry a mobile phone, and if you are getting worried about their whereabouts, you can easily track them using our device.
As we see, women are not safe anymore, so using this device we can ensure their safety and they can freely move everywhere and anywhere they want to. And disables also safely can move. The caretakers not every time needs to be worried about them.
भैया मेरे साथ खेलिए ना।
अरे मैं अभिषेक बच्चन की तरह फ्री नहीं हूँ कि मेरे पास कोई काम ना हो। कल 2 बजे तक मुझे वर्क सबमिट करना है, वरना विचल बेटा मुझे मार डालेंगे।
आपसे तो बात करना है, आपसे तो आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड।
कहाँ पे? अभी तो यही था बैठा।
No need to worry, people. Trazadores Ltd presents to you a unique solution to track your loved ones by just using your cell phones.
As you guys can see, this was our television ad. Now we will present forward the making video of our product.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, how we are, but let's make a say. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away.
Now we will be putting forward the two of our jingles. One is the English jingle and the other is the Hindi jingle. First of all, I would like to enlighten you about the way we made the product. We gathered 3 kinds of electronic chipsets in this. First was the Arduino board, the second was the GSM module, and the third was the GPS module. We soldered them with the help of our science student Keval Vora, and then the barrier which we faced was coding the Arduino board with the help of our laptop. So then only it can send the commands and accept the commands. So we got in contact with a student from the Dhirubhai Ambani College in Gandhinagar. and he was ready to help us with the coding and everything. So we got that coded, and at last we were successful.
Yes, beta.
Can you find me?
No, beta.
Use GPS?
Okay, beta.
Mommy, I'm here.
Ha ha ha. For more information, log on to www.trazadoreslimited.weebly.com. You can also see us at B602 Imperial Heights or call us at 92457 30177.
हम ट्राज़ाडोर्स लिमिटेड आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करते हैं हमारा अनोखा प्रोडक्ट मॉमी आंट केयर, जो आपकी राहत का जोर है। अब अपने निश्चित रूप से अपने बच्चों के प्रति बेफिक्र रहें। अधिक जानकारी के लिए कॉल करें 92457 30177।
Ma'am, basically here we are ending our presentation, but I would like to ask you what time limit we are still left with, so that I can show my making video. Okay, ma'am, we would like to proceed with the making video, demo video, sorry. Give a busy tone, that the number you are calling is busy. Some of the commands can only be sent with the authorized number. as a startup product, still it is facing some of the problems like it's bouncing signals a bit an apartment or two far because of the cloudy weather we are facing these days. So, but we would, after making it a final product, we would just erase that thing. Thank you, judges.
Very good product. Really enjoy. Really like the idea behind it. A tracking device. Obviously, it does exist in like mobiles and stuff, but having a separate thing for multi-purpose, like a multi-purpose thing, is really good. I really like the demo video. So yeah, kudos to you guys for that.
Good start for the day. Interesting entrance and beginning. And also the demo video was excellent. It's really good. Very, very, very nicely done. Very nicely done.
I like the dramatic start when involved the entire audience. So that was a nice way to grab attention. It was very good. The memory card features, and you considered the Indian weather. That is also nice. In your video, you gave instructions to use, which is very unique, and I have not seen that before. So that was a one good aspect. But what is the price of this tracker?
Yes, ma'am. Right now we have priced the tracker at around 3,999, keeping our pricing strategies in mind. The initial cost which we faced is of 3,300, including all the chipsets, and then we just added 500 of our profit. And as we said, the psychological pricing, so we kept it at around 3,999.
Okay. So it was good and a very good presentation. The product is fantastic.
Absolutely stunning, like both your product and your presentation. Your presentation was very, very good. The best part was that you kind of like took all of us judges from our state of being into your state of being, and that was very interesting. So I really loved that. I loved the fact that you got familiar with devices like Arduinos and like programming that. Although you didn't do it yourself, but that's also a skill to get someone else to do stuff for you. So that was very, very cool. And setting up this thing specifically, as far as I know, is kind of a hassle, but you guys managed to do it, so that is very cool. And I also see that you guys are very comfortable with each other, and that's also very good stage dynamics out there. One quick question, actually, one quick question is that how did you guys get familiar with Arduinos? Like, who told you about it?
Yeah, we have a physics teacher of the IB board, Chirag sir.
Nice.
So we just first of all asked Bijal ma'am that we had faced this barrier, now how to overcome it. So Bijal ma'am just gave us the reference of Chirag sir. And so we had a meeting with him and he guided that we can do it with the Arduinos.
Right.
So
yeah, Chirag sir is fantastic. I studied with him. Right, so all of this, all in all, it was a great presentation and a very good product. One quick note is that you mentioned in your slide that your customer are the infant, the old age, and the disabled people and women. That's all correct, but they are your end users. Your customers are people who would pay for the product. So an infant may not be will never be your customer. So their parents and someone. So your marketing strategy should be around your parents. And I really love the idea of psychological pricing. $39.99 is a decent price. A lot of times nowadays what's happening is that when you have a price, let's say 99 rupees, we are so attuned to the psychological price that we go like, oh yeah, that's 100. So what some companies are doing now is that they're putting a price like 101, and we still think, oh yeah, that's 100. And they get one more rupee or dollar of profit. So that's exciting. Very cool product. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph.
Okay, I saw that ad. Where was that? Where Prem was seated with the child. I didn't figure out how you found him. That is what I kept wondering. How did you find him?
when we were shooting the advertisement, we were finding children around.
No, I'm asking in terms of the product. I'm just asking you for two. Yes, I did not get that. How did you find him?
Yes.
By using our product.
Yes, so now can you explain that product? Because that's when I'm still in a state of confusion.
Yes.
Could you please explain?
Yes, ma'am. In the TVC, we actually didn't show that the child was found using the product. The child was just found around after some time, coming back on his own or any other way. But to ease that out, we are showing our product that to find the children, you don't have to worry about them. Just leave this device in their pocket or in their bag, somewhere like that, and you can just call the number, SIM card number which you have there, and it would just give you the location where your child is.
I wasn't sure where the device was. You know the one which you
Yeah.
created. I didn't know it was with the kid. So the child needed to have that with us.
Yes, ma'am.
We tried.
Okay, I think before we started, we finalized this particular product, there was a time when they said that, we are giving it up.
Yes, ma'am, and thanks to you.
Yeah, they said, ab kuch nahi ho sakta, we have tried everything and, we cannot do this, right? And another aspect, like majority of the times whenever students come up with apps, like, I did talk to them that, instead of concrete product, when you come up with apps, it's very difficult to show the usage of that particular app, on the stage. Probably, in the history of IPM, up till now, majority of the people coming up with an app, they are kind of thrashed by the judges in the sense, the judges fail to understand that what the app does. I must congratulate you guys that, you have done a wonderful job, and with that demo video, a wonderful demo video, you made, I think, everything clear.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Are we ready for the scores? Okay, scores for this team.
Thank you.